Guys, and welcome back to SC2ITL Season 3. How are you all doing? I'm Wardy and we're going into our third and final series of tonight. For some reason our scoreboard decides to keep breaking on us for whatever reason. There we go. Fixed. So yeah, we're going into our third and final series of the night. Just answering a quick question in the chat here. 1 second, guys. Okay. So we're going to get into this very soon. The vetoes are underway between BSTQT and Namshar to start things off. Karnage eSports sending out Namshar first, and Team Extreme Supremacy sending out BSTQT, just as they did in their qualifier. Very quickly need to change these around, which I forgot to do in our little bit of a break, so excuse me just a moment there while I get that set up. And actually, while we're at it and changing things and stuff like that, let's just very quickly do that as well. Okay, so we're all set up here now, just waiting to so yeah, we're pretty much all set up here. We're just waiting for the map to be told to us to see what map we'll be starting on. BSTQT and between BSTQT and Namshar. TVZ to start things off, and just a little bit late starting here, and it'll be Nimbus. So let's host this up and get ready to go into our final best of 7 all kill of the night. This should be a pretty good series. Karnage and Team Extreme Supremacy are two teams who are absolutely stacked with fantastic players. So let's invite BSTQT in and Namshar in. Manager from this team, a manager from this team, and the other casters, which I forgot the names of. Where have the other casters gone? There's one of them, and there's the other. Okay, so so yeah, we should be all set to go here, just making sure the Team Extreme Supremacy manager doesn't want to be into OBS. A lot of Team Extreme Supremacy support here. Super Hoffman, Monoscream, Beastie, QT being cheered from by Rudolph Skin. Himmer play for Team Extreme Supremacy as well. And Catali Camello for Team Extreme Supremacy also. So we should be able to get into this in just a moment. Just waiting to see again if anyone else wants to come in. Basically, be right back just a moment here. So we're going to be into this. It's best of 7 all kill, but each map is just a best of 1. So the winner of each map stays on to play the next player from the other team. So let's get into this very soon here, I hope. As has it been 2-4-1 tonight? I think it has. StarTale beat Mistral 4-1 initially, and then we've had ESC beating Nui Blanque beating ESC 4-1. So maybe we'll see more than 5 games in this series. Don't think we've seen Foxtrot Labs yet today from the map pool. So yeah, we'll see if we see more than 5 games or whatever. And we'll get into this very soon. Just still waiting to see what's going to happen. Shout out to a few more people hitting follow time log, Burkers, a bunch of guys actually, Rudolph Skin. I think we did Cable Eater, so I think that's actually it for now. So thank you guys for hitting the follow button. Again, we're going to go into this very soon. Thank you to you guys who are being nice in the stream. Tagliente. Shout out to Wardy for a great job on the stream. Thank you. So we're just waiting for BCQ to come back here, and then our players should be ready. And we should be all set to go into this again. TVZ on Nimbus is going to be our first matchup for today, as Namshar takes on BSTQT and Karnage eSports. They need, I guess we'll talk about that in the start of the game, but they do need a good start here. They've been having such unfortunate luck in SC2ITL and in other clan wars as well. They keep losing in the ace match. It just always seems to happen to them. So everyone's ready. We're going to jump into the game. Good luck, have fun. Called Nimbus is our map. And here we go. So, going in-game and getting set to go into Nimbus for this map. So, let's take the overlay off nice and quickly to get into this as soon as possible. And get ready to introduce our players. You have to take a quick moment to set the scoreboard up, but should only take a couple of hits. Who is playing? Well, Dmaxa, by the time I tell you, you will already be able to see it on the screen now. So unfortunately the delay is not your friend now. So yeah, we're all set here and ready to go. The players loaded, I am loaded, and I believe everyone else should be loaded too in just a few moments. Just waiting for our observers, other observers getting. I believe there's an Italian stream going on, as Team Extreme Supremacy is an Italian team. So looks as though we're all set up here and ready to go. And we're going to actually be starting off with the teal Terran player in the lower right hand corner. From Team Extreme Supremacy, it's Beastie Cutie. A team who have not played in the SC2 Improved Team League before. I honestly don't know all too much about them. They had a great run through the qualifiers though. Beastie Cutie in that qualifier actually took 3 maps off of Skillforge before it was 3 maps off of Red Bloods before Space Marine killed him with a Mothership Core Stalker Zealot push, and then it actually went to the 7th game. But Star Eagle was able to close it out. Thank you, Dreamer Starcraft, answering someone else's question in the chat about who was playing. Good to have people being useful and stuff in the chat and helping each other out and giving each other the information they want and what they need. Alright, so this is BCQ in the bottom right. You can see on the screen right now their first few matches in the league. This week versus Karnage, next week against ATN, then Mouse Control, Followers of Extermination. Week 5 they play against New Blanche, who we've seen here tonight, and week 6 against EC Visualize. In the upper left hand corner, we do have, from Karnage eSports, the red Zerg player, Namshar. And again, they've had kind of not the best luck in SC2 Improve Team League so far. In Season 1, they came 5th in their group stage, and they were in the group of death, which had like Live Your Girlfriend, which was really full of Koreans back then. They had My Insanity in their group. It really was a group of death, and everyone agreed that it was. And they were very unfortunate. They were very strong to make it to 5th. So it was very strong to make it to the 5th. They played very well to make it to 5th place. In Season 2 they did not have a good season. They lost 4 matches in the ace match, and even if one of them had gone the other way, they could have been 6th or 5th or 4th, or even like nearly qualifying for the playoffs. So a really unfortunate second season for Karnage eSports. Their first few matches this week in this season, Season 3, Team Extreme Supremacy, New Blanche next week, Easy Visualize the week after, Vega Squadron week 4, that'll be a tough match for them, last season's runners-up. New Era Gaming in week 5 and Skillforge in week 6. So a lot of the newer teams to the league, Team Extreme Supremacy, New Era and Skillforge. Alright, so hatchery first here for Namshar, pools on the way down. Beastie Cutie is opening up with a standard build here himself. He's just going for Reaper Expand. For a moment I was like, where's the barracks? And well, I found it in the end. So barracks is here, Reaper's on the way across the map right now, and Beastie Cutie just getting set up to go into a pretty standard game most likely. Only a single Reaper straight into that reactor, and that does mean that he's very likely to add on a starport here and go for some aggression before actually adding on the third command center in this game. This Reaper coming across the map right now, and let's see what it can get up to as it comes up the ramp here. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. It does come up the ramp, and just actually slips through them circlings. So gets a bit of a scout off, sees no gas, and that's the main thing it wants to be able to see here. Wants to see whether there's gas or not, and as he sees no gas, he's just going to get out, and that's all the real information he wants to get for now. With a single Reaper, he doesn't really want to take too many risks in terms of trading against Queens or anything like that. You know, he could try to pick off the Zerglings, but again, he just wants to keep this Reaper alive to try and, come into this base and spot if gas is taken at any point, or, any kind of roach runs going down earlier than you would expect. Anything along those lines. Hellion's starting to come up in the production tab, as well as Starport here. So, actually kind of intrigued to see the factory not being swapped onto the reactor. Usually you see the factory come onto the reactor, and then Marines just being made one at a time, and you just see, generally you see the Reaper goes down, generally you just see the 8 Marines lifted up into the medevac and crossing the map, and kind of like 6 to 8 Hellions trying to run into the natural at the same time. So intrigued to see what BCQ is going to try and do with this kind of different way of approaching this. I guess he's still going to do the same, just he's going to have a couple more Marines and less Hellions. There's the medevac on the way, and he is just beginning to move across the map right now. Namshar doesn't really have anything to defend this with just yet. He does have Queens, and another Queen's on the way out. He's going up to 5 Queens right now. So his Queens are going to have to all come together to really help to push this back. I mean, he doesn't have any. He's got these first few Zerglings, but that's pretty much it for now. Only 2 of them. Did he actually lose 2? He did lose 2. So yeah, he doesn't really have very much right now. Bane and Nest on the way down, but I mean, it's not really a Bane and Nest he needs right now. He just needs Zerglings out. If he has Zerglings out, even if they don't have speed, as long as they're in position to stop the kind of medevac dropping, they'll generally be okay. So along with the Queen, I think with the Queens though, and a few more Zerglings now on the way, Namshar should be okay here. He's actually going to lose an Overlord, which will bring him close to a supply block. 2 more Overlords on the way though. It's not going to supply block him for all too long, as these 4 Queens are beginning to just block the ramp here on the natural, ready to just stop anything from coming up here. Marines lift into that medevac, and they will head towards this natural expansion, I would imagine. Spinecrawl on the way up here, so Spinecrawl is a pretty good choice to be able to help defend this right now, especially considering he's playing with a lot of economy because he's opening gasless. A couple of Balins on the way in, and these Marines will stop. Yeah, okay, they will start unloading right now. So Spinecrawl are not quite in range. The Queen will start working away on the medevac. We're not achieving anything just yet, and the Queen will now go down. Namshar not paying too much attention here. Queens will block this ramp, and the Hellions run through and get blown up by Balins. These Marines are in a little bit of trouble right now. That medevac's getting very low. He will pick up, he will get out, then Namshar will get back to mining on his natural expansion. There's a couple of Marines are slowly working away on this third base. Namshar needs to get over there and just stop that happening. I mean, the more health he loses on there, unnecessarily, the worse it is for him for later in the game, keeping it alive. As the barracks explosion is going to come down here from BCQ right now. Already have non-double engineering bay, a third expansion, or third command center coming up as well. And I believe this is a Viking starting to head around the map looking for any overlords to pick off. It looks as though he's already found one, and he's going to find a second one here in just a few moments. So Namshar are going to be able to shut off this overlord pretty quick, but there's not really that many other overlords on the map. I guess this one's the next furthest overlord out. Viking's pretty nice though. I mean, in general, it allows you to open up your drop paths as the game goes on, so that you can drop around and not have them spotted as quickly. Namshar already with a Spire on the way. I have to say, that's a very quick Spire here out of our Karnage eSports player. Has he even got link speed yet? I don't think he has. Okay, he does. He's got Metal Boost. I missed that coming up in production. Clean out the tower here. Going to fall back right now. I mean, again, yeah, it's a very fast Spire here, really, from Namshar. It's taking me a little bit by surprise. Usually the Spire comes down 11-ish minutes or 10-ish minutes, and you see the meters coming out 12:30 to 13. This might catch BCQD a little bit off guard. We'll have to wait and see. If he doesn't have turrets up in time, the meters could get in and do a little bit of damage. Already one turret though is up here. At that third now, this overlord has been left out on the map. Queens are going to come over and he should be able to save it. He will have transfuses to drop down on this. And there's a transfuse to keep the overlord alive, and the Viking is going to take a lot of hits here. I think the Viking's going to go down. BCQ a little bit too slow to react to that, and the Viking does now fall. So Viking falls, and Namshar is going to start up 12 Mutalisks in the production tab, plus 1 flyer attacks on the way as well from that Spire. So his Mutalisks are on the way out now. He's given up his upgrades to be able to do this so quickly. He's not got his 1-1 on the way. He's got no evolution chambers on the map, so he's really going to be relying on these Mutalisks early on to make up for not having these upgrades, for delaying this so much. And he has to be very careful, because if the Terran player goes into his upgrades on time, he's going to have a very quick 1-1, which is going to give him an advantage when he moves across the map. He'll have a very quick 2-2, which will open up another timing window. But most importantly, the time at which Namshar will be fighting 3-3 against 2-2 will be an absolute age. So it's kind of scary. If I played Zerg more, I don't think I would really go for these kind of openings, because I just can't imagine trying to fight against a Terran player without my 1-1 upgrades or my 2-2 upgrades. Going to come in here with these Mutalisks. They're going to take down this turret pretty quickly. BCQ not really prepared for this, and will start to lose some SCVs. So already these Mutalisks doing a little something here. They should be able to get a medevac as well, but it boosts away to keep it alive. So good job so far by Namshar. He's going to turn around here and try and get a supply depot for his efforts, but actually just disengages before the Marines get here, and SCVs are now back to mine. But Namshar, some good damage to start off with in this on this map. And BCQE playing actually with tanks at the moment. Again, his +1 vehicle weapons. He's got 3 tanks out, and we'll see if he continues tank production or whether he's going to swap over to mines. A few mutants taking a few more shots there. It looks as though he did manage to cancel a turret. Hasn't lost a single mutalist just yet, so good control right now from Namshar. Simpack finishing here. Combat shield is already finished, as it looks as though the mutants are going to get ready to come into this base once again. But 3 turrets being invested by BCQD. He's really, he really wants to make sure to keep this alive. And now Namshar loses his first mutalisk, and now a second one, I think. Okay, the turrets didn't go quite on the correct mutant there to kill it off. 1-1 about to finish up here for Namshar, but I mean 2-2's halfway done, so again that upgrade advantage is there for BCQD. 83 drones against 68, so again Namshar's basically reliant on just having a huge economy and being able to trade fairly well with his first wave, and then cleaning up pretty well with his second wave too. Scan ahead, looking to see what army is here. Namshar starts adding a few more banelings. Mutas are going to come in towards the natural once again here. Picks off a turret, but that's going to be it for now, as he sees this army start to come out into the middle of the map. He's going to bring his mutalisks back to be able to defend. Fifth base is starting to come up to the left hand side. A couple of scans coming down so that he can clear up a lot of this creep. Namshar getting pushed very far back in terms of the creep spread. Coming in with his army now, and these tanks getting a few initial shots off. Also friendly firing onto some of their marines as well, though. BSQ will and siege, and now will start to head back home. The marines turn around to intercept the mutants, which were inevitably going to be given chase there. 1-1 finish from Namshar, but 2-2 about to finish for the Terran player, just as Namshar starts up his 2-2. So again, he's playing behind on the upgrades right now, but he's finding an opportunity to put down an infestation pit and to go into hive, which is something which we don't always really see Zerg players doing. So this is pretty nice from him, as he looks to come forward here. Single 4 being added in will help against these mutalisks. You know, Zergs don't usually get the opportunity to go into hive this quickly, so this could really help them out as the game goes on. We have a single marine which spotted this 5th base right now. Namshar looking as though he wants to come in from a couple of different angles. Banelings from the top, Lings from the bottom, some more Banelings from the bottom as well. And a lot of the marines getting cleaned out here. The 4s, wow, he didn't really want to spend them Banelings on the 4. And he gets the tanks, he gets the 4, and he leaves just a few marines left over. If he didn't spend his Banelings on that 4, he probably could have cleaned up the entirety of this army. This marine will now get picked off as well by a couple of Zerglings. BCQD loses a lot of momentum here, and that's very important. I mean, he's pushed all the way back. It gives Namshar an opportunity to re-establish some of his creep spread in the middle. And yeah, we actually have a mine over here. It's on free work. It's on free kills. Not sure if it's workers or what. And we actually also have a double drop over to this side. Namshar, if he's paying attention to his map, he will see this. He's started to send the mutalisks over here, but I mean, it was spotted, so BCQD is already unloaded and prepared against this. A couple of medevacs worth of marines heading towards this 5th base at the same time. Now Namshar going to start splitting up here and coming in with everything at the same time. BCQ, can he split? Oh, he loses about a medevacs worth of the marines, as he doesn't split over here just yet either. And that means that these bins will continue to do a fair amount of damage. Everything cleaned up for BCQD, and Namshar still in a very good spot here. 3-3 begins for the Terran player. Drops cleaned up to the right hand side as well. So yeah, Namshar cleans that up very easily. Doesn't take too much damage at all. And we have, I mean, BCQD does still play with these tanks. He's making 2 tanks at a time at the minute, as an Ultras Cavern comes in for Namshar. Definitely an advantage of having this faster hive. He will go into adrenal glands as well, and he will begin to start up his 3-3 almost immediately. And again, those are the differences here, which usually Terran players aren't able to quite do. Oh, the Mutalisks! They did not want to come in there like that. If they came in from this angle, picked off a couple of tanks, you know, that would have been okay, but running into the Marines was definitely not the right call. 10 meters lost throughout the game. I guess it's not that bad. He's been very active with them and trading with them pretty well, so Namshar looking as though he might want to try and come towards this natural, which is a direction he's not come in towards for a long time, because he's been, you know, occupied by the Terran player in the middle of the map. But as BCQ takes a step back and just sits around while he sets up his 4th base, Namshar's going to take this opportunity to try and come in here. And look at that, BCQ just pulled his marines away from this natural. It's kind of the most unfortunate timing possible, as all of these turrets are going to go down very quickly. Depot will finally go down, and looks as though Namshar's just interested in taking down the gas right now. BCQD is just moving across the map. He might actually lose his orbital command here. Marines stimming in, not that many of them. And Namshar realizes this. He's going to just take the opportunity to take the fight, and he will keep going. And unless these SCVs get under this command center very quickly, he's going to go down. It will just be saved. But Namshar doing some pretty decent damage there. Now his army comes onto this creep on the right hand side. Namshar's already here with Lings and Banes. There's a drop over to the left hand side at the same time, though, so this might be a dead 5th base, as we see the 4th base under attack from the Mutalisks. So let's not look there right now, because we've got this big fight coming on in the middle. And the 5th base does fall. The 4th base will fall, though, for BCQD, so it's a pretty even trade on either side. in terms of bases. But if Namshar loses his 4th base, that would be absolutely detrimental to the later game for him, and that looks like it's a possibility right now. He's starting to pull his workers away. He's going to just come across here and deal with this little hit squad of Marines, and he takes them down. Namshar still have a lot of money, so he can re-establish these bases quickly with 3 base against 3 base for the time being, and this has been a great little slice of play from Beastie Cutie. And wow, what a game 1 we have on our hands here between Karnage eSports and Team Extreme Supremacy. Namshar on the way across, and looking for another 4th base, maybe being established, looking to come into this natural just as turrets are on the way back up, and this is going to be perfect time for him. Straight in here, going to shut down this economy once again, and just going to take down these turrets. No cancels at all from Beastie Cutie. Who's spiking? One of the observers there, as Namshar turns away with his Mutalisks. Beastie Cutie's unloaded the units which retreated, and wow, Namshar now actually has Ultrasks on the map with 3-3 on the way, and Kite is playing as well. This is crazy. Namshar's in such a good position. Like, he's lost his bases, but he's going to re-establish them. He's got money to spend until then. And now he's got Ultralisks out against pure Marine, more or less. A couple of tanks, a couple of 4s. He's got Ultra Bane, still a lot of meters retained as well throughout the game. I mean, we were talking moments ago, he'd lost 10 meters, now he's only lost 15. Plus 3 flyer attacks about coming. He's about to have 3-3 as well. And I mean, it's not every day you see a Terran player fighting against a 3-3 Zerg this sort of quickly. It seems as though, despite the aggression Beastie Cutie's put on, Namshar has just given himself opportunities to tech up here. Now coming in from a couple of different angles, he's going to run forward. The Mutas and Ultras will cleave apart these tanks in a couple of seconds, and now it's just the Marines to worry about. But Beastie Cutie, he's on full-on retreat mode as the Medivacs pick up one of the 4 there, trying to fall back to a couple more tanks, but Namshar deciding whether he wants to come back in or not. There's a drop up to the natural, and there's a single Marine working away at the new 4th base as well. So Namshar's starting to take a little bit of damage. Has to actually come all the way back home to deal with this, and that will buy Beastie Cutie some more time right now, as he does need some time. He needs the 4th base, really. Namshar should be able to clean this up. He cleans up the Marine. He's going to get back here to clean up the rest of this, and he shouldn't lose his natural expansion. These drops, though, absolute saviours of Beastie Cutie right now, as these Mutalisks will continue to give chase to this Medivac as it continues over through the main. So again, Beastie Cutie just looking to buy time, and buy time he will for this drop to come in towards the 4th base again, looking to shut down this economy once more. Marines taking a big beating over towards the 5th base. 4th base will fall, I think. No, Ultras and Banelings are here, and Namshar comes in. He saves on the lowest of hit points. What an absolute great save by Namshar. Keeps both of the bases alive, his natural alive as well, and cleans up all of them dropships from Beastie Cutie. So Beastie Cutie losing a lot of army there very quickly and very suddenly. Another drop though in this 3rd base now, and Beastie Cutie, he's using this to just buy time to set up himself later in this game. 2 Mutalisks go down to this drop. Namshar a little bit sloppy there, letting his Mutalisks come in before the others. Namshar now investing in a lot of spine crawlers to be able to hold on against these drops, and I think over here you need some, maybe even some transfuses from these queens to get it back up in hit points. Mutalisks clean this out. No 4th Commander Center still from Beastie Cutie. He's in a very heavy tank composition now, but he's had time to transition into Marauders, which means he's going to have a much better time facing off against Ultralisks than he was about 5 minutes ago. This dropship is just spotted here, so Beastie Cutie not getting so lucky this time. Marines coming forward here and going to start killing off some of these spine claws before they finish up. Namshar on the way down here, he will be able to fungal growth this. One infestor goes down, it uses his fungal at least, so he gets something out of this. The drop to the right cleaned up. Another drop actually already on the way forward though towards this 4th base. These queens could still just transfuse this and bring it up in hit points. Just to keep it alive a little bit longer. Already Namshar responding though. His map awareness this game's been insane. There's the transfuses which he needs. And this drop is going to bring the Marines over here. Dropping off one at a time though. I mean, the Mutas will clean this up. But again, he's keeping the Mutalisks on Namshar's side of the map. Namshar's not been aggressive here for a long time. So he's really taking, he's really making the most of this. Planetary Force now coming up at the 4th. A huge Mule Hammer coming down. He's been saving them for quite some time. And he will be able to come and pull his SCVs from this 3rd base over there. I mean, his natural is mined out. His main and natural are mined out. So he's only really mining on the 3rd. In fact, so Beastie Cutie, again, his economy not looking so great right now. Namshar's on these 5 bases pretty securely, but he's got Broodlords on the way. The Great Aspire was coming up there for a little while, and now the Great Aspire and now the Broodlords do begin in the production tab. So Broodlords on the way. We've got a Medivac actually heading dangerously close towards where the Mutas are just sitting right now. And it looks like we've got a drop looking to come in towards this base as well. 6 spine crawlers here. We're going to look to hold off against these Marauders. I mean, Marauders are pretty darn good, but against this many spine crawlers, it's just not enough. Drop cleaned up to the top side as well, and Namshar finally has realised, what's up with these drops. He knows the deal, and he's not going to let them affect him too much further now. Alright, so I mean, BCQD is so heavily invested in these kind of mech units right now. He's still only got +1 weapons for them, vehicle weapons. As another drop comes forward here, scanning to start taking down some of this creep. And continues to move forward. A Corruptor comes out, so now he should be able to start making Vikings in response to the Broodlords. He should know they're on the way, and 5 of them are here and ready to move through the middle of the map. I think Namshar, he should just start pushing forward. I mean, the longer he gives his opponent to prepare, the less effective these Broodlords are going to be. Now, they're not the kind of huge amount of Broodlords. There's only 5 or so. It's just to kind of affect these tanks. I think without tanks, Namshar may not have even gone into Broodlords. But with this, he can actually lay siege from over here, from his creep spread, onto the high ground of his opponent's 4th base. And that's going to be really, really nice here, actually. As these Broodlords do begin to drop, BCQE stims, he begins to come in. Namshar just going to take the fight right now. As these Broodlords continue to come in from the sky, and everything's just going to come in for the fight, but it looks as though Namshar's just going to get disengaged, not interested in taking the fight just yet. 5th base for BCQD heading over to the right. There's some Infestors mixed into this as well. Some Fungals could be absolutely devastating, especially because BCQD is all clumped up right now. And, well, here comes some Marines stimming forward, going for the Broodlords, but Fungal Growths, maybe the first one actually misses there. The Marines actually now getting blocked by the 4s and the tanks. Fungal Growth comes down on the rest of this now. These Ultras continue to come forward here. Is there going to be enough to clean this free? I think with 3 Ultras left and some Transfusers coming down, some Mutants still in the sky. I think the answer is yes. It looks as though the 4th base will go down here now for BCQD. Well, he comes out to try and protect 4 Ultras, still just fighting against pure Marine, and I think it's just too far gone. BCQD, he's put up a tremendous fight in this game, but it's 170 applied to 101, and I mean, the only problem right now is he can't actually lock these Marines down with a Fungal Growth in time to let the Ultras connect with them. Mutas are over here, there's no anti-air. I mean, the Broodlords are helping out as well, and GG is called, and BCQD falls. Namshar takes game 1. What a game, and what a start to this best of 7 all kill. A fantastic game number 1 to begin our 3rd series of the evening here. Namshar just on fire. What a great game. I mean, he had an advantage. He really strove so hard to get to Hive, to Ultras, to get to that composition as quickly as he did while BCQ was putting him under so much pressure. He got to it. He made a really good trade. And then BCQ started dropping to buy himself time. And he got into a good spot. Just the Broodlords forced the fight a bit sooner than he really wanted to. Maybe even a few too many. I think even at that point, tanks aren't even that great, aren't that great, because I think you'd probably be better off with just extra Marauders, get a better concave. It's hard to say. I guess the 4s were okay. I mean, it's kind of close. There's only a few Ultras left. I think without the Broodlords there, if there's an extra couple of Ultras instead of Broodlords, I think BCQD maybe could have held. But again, it's so hard to say in such a crazy game. Namshar actually made 145 drones in that game, which is ridiculous. That kind of goes to show how much BCQD was harassing, how much damage he was forcing, or how many spines he was forcing as well. Great game number 1 here in this 3rd series of the night here in SC2ITL Season 3. We're going to go into game 2 after a quick commercial break, guys. Don't go too far, because this 2nd game should be pretty amazing, if game 1 was anything to go by. Back to SC2ITL. We are waiting for Team Extreme Supremacy just to pick their map now. They've picked Shadown as the next player. I do believe he played in the qualifier match for them as well. So still waiting just a couple of moments here, guys, for the map to be picked, and then we'll go in game. It looks as though Shadown's just BRB for a little while longer here. So yeah, we're going to get into this pretty soon. Shouldn't be... Okay, they've changed players. So they're actually going to send out Imhotep next instead. So that's nice of them. They're going to play on Deadwing, so I'm going to host this up. So they've just changed the player so that we don't have to wait. So that's completely fine. Of course, it makes no outcome, no difference at all on the game, because it's not like Karnage, you're picking the map or anything like that. So invite Imhotep and invite Namshar here in a moment. And invite our manager and our Italian casters as well. So we should be all set to go into game 2 here in just a couple of moments. How are you all enjoying the show? I think everyone was enjoying that game. A lot of people in the chat were enjoying it. It's going to be a PvZ for map number 2 on Deadwing, and we'll see how this is going to go. See if Namshar's ZVP is as sharp as his ZVT. Both players ready, so we're going to start this up while we load into this. we're going to jump into this. So we're just going to jump straight into this. So shout out to a few people hitting the follow button again on Twitch. Let's do some Twitch shout outs while we load up. Elfkin, Pepe's DS, Jermica, Rudolph Skin, and actually that's it. I thought there was a few more, but I started from the top, not from the bottom. Karnage won, yes they did. Who else was talking about this? BCQ didn't know he was still playing normal SC2. Yeah, he just came back like a couple of weeks ago. Ad stopped right after S. Well, I thank you for not having ad block on Ice and Cram. Thank you very much. GG from Chorus SC2. Randall saying he prefers Bruise. There's a bit of a conversation I couldn't keep track of. GG from Crowtail as well, and that was a great game. So yeah, we're going into this next game right now, game 2. Are you ready for the second game? I hope you are. Because I am. If you aren't ready for game 2 after how awesome game 1 was, I don't actually know what's wrong with you. Like it's just absolutely... Game 1 was just amazing. Like, I can't actually kind of get over how great game 1 was. So, game 2, it's here right now. It's Dead Ring for our map, and we're starting off with Team Extreme Supremacy. Their next player in the upper left-hand corner will be the yellow Protoss for them. It's going to be Imhotep. Again, a new team to the SC2ITL. We'll see how they can perform here today, as this is the first time they're really going to be tested. Yes, they performed well enough to qualify, but of course this is where the real action really begins. This is where it all counts here in their first week. Again, I feel they've got a pretty nice set of matches to start things off with, and I'm kind of saying this a lot in the last couple of days since since it's on the the info tab. There's not really much else to talk about because we don't have any previous results just yet. So I'm saying it quite a lot, but I actually really think I've not really thought about it much before, but I imagine like if you get some easier matches at the start of the season, you can get yourself into a good position. It must be so much better for you than if you're playing from if you lose your first 3 matches, you're probably thinking, oh, how are we ever going to make the playoffs? Especially if you lose against a team you're not meant to play against. How must it affect a team's mentality? It's kind of interesting. I never really actually thought about it that much, and I guess we're going to see it a lot now, and with this, this team card we've got, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a good range of, the previous matches played and the scores and the upcoming matches, stuff like that. Anyways, Gogo Namshar says I'm going to murder this name. Yuva Fitrudner in the chat. Namshar is our red Zerg player in the bottom right-hand corner of Deadwing, spawning cross positions here. Intrigued to see what exactly he's going to decide to go for now. You can't deny this map is brilliant for any kind of 4-based plays, so definitely a possibility to see a pretty long game here on Deadwing. 3rd and 4th again, all both very easy to defend as a Protoss player. Now, one way we could see the Protoss player, the Zerg player maybe take advantage of this map is maybe play some kind of air heavy style, maybe Muta Corruptor for example. I say that as though they have some other style they could play. I think Mutalist Corruptor is definitely very viable here on Deadwing. It's a very large map. It's actually a great map for coming into the natural and then getting out of the mutas and then looping around into the main and out again. And then especially if it's late game 4th base, you can jump between the main and the 4th quite nicely, and the natural and the 3rd. So it's really a nice map for mutalisks, and I've seen Namshar play mutas and heavy mutas styles before in PvZ. Interested to see if he maybe pulls that out here today, especially once he sees that this is cross spawns. He knows it's cross spawns right now because he's seen with the Overlord to the top. But it is not. That his opponent has not spawned there. Karnage fighting from Corey SC2 in the chat as well. Thank you, Corey, for tuning in. It's been Corey's been here all evening. I've seen him chatting all night. And was it Corey that updated the Wikipedia as well? I'm gonna cheat and scroll up. Someone did. Someone did. Yes, it was Corey. So thank you, Corey, as well. Updating the Wikipedia. He keeping you all informed and saving me a little bit of work at the end of the week. I mean, this is a pretty slow start to this game. Namshar's investing in his Zergling speed. It's just a safe opening. It's been a Nexus first gateway cybercore from Imhotep, as you would expect. So yeah, it's really no surprises just yet from either side. I mean, you may say, what, Namshar, why free hatch without gas instead of taking a gas? But I think on this map as well, speed can work out very well, because if you got this speed early on, it gives you, because there's so much space to look for proxy pylons and stuff like that, it really will give you advantage in terms of looking for proxy pylons, hunting them down, that kind of stuff at the start of the game. And I think that can also be, you can move across the map very early on, and the Protoss player may not be expecting it. The Zerglings actually push their way through here. This is really huge because there's a Twilight Council coming down in the main base for Imhotep. And this is going to get spotted immediately here. An amazing scout by Namshon straight away at the start of this game. Imhotep's intentions are revealed. He starts to blink, and that might just be to try and fool Namshon. He might just go into a Dark Shrine after this instead. Namshon is probably just going to be prepared for both though, because he scouted it, he's seen it finish, and that is very decent finish. He has to do this, so he knows that it's a commitment. So he should be able to prepare for this now. I mean, not the end of the world for Imhotep, but considering he doesn't have a forge down, it doesn't look as though he was just planning on taking a third base. It's not like he was just starting his upgrades, getting blink, and then going into +2. It really looks as though he was going for some mega aggression here, and you can see it right now. He's adding on 5 gateways, now 6 gateways, to go up to 7 gates in total with this blink all in, 8 gateways in total. He's only on 2 gases, and I mean, we know it's a 2-base all in right now from Imhotep. Namshon, though, should be able to deal with this fairly well. I mean, he's on 45 drones, he's going up to about 50 or so, and I think he should be able to make a pretty good read as to what's coming towards him, as he should be able to just start producing units. I think after this wave of overlords, I reckon he's going to start just going into pretty much pure unit production. Starts up his lair so you can get into roach speed once it finishes up, and yeah, here comes the initial push across the map from Imhotep, sending out his Zealot Stalker's probe to make the pylons with. Mothership Core coming along as well. Now, if you can see this coming across the map, this will be nice for Namshon too, just to get confirmation. He's also researching Burrow right now, which is always a great little move when you go up against this kind of style. Why? Because there's no detection with a Twilight Council. It doesn't come built in with observers or anything like that. So there's no detection on the map. So if Namshon can burrow and the Stalkers walk on top of it, that would be absolutely huge. Oh, this is so bad for Imhotep. He loses his probe. He's going to lose this pylon. So he doesn't really have a pylon all that close. He's going to have to bring another probe. But I don't think he can, because he's blocked himself in. So he can't get another probe out on the map. And, well, how does he move forward from here? He's going to have to reinforce from all the way over here. Like, it's so far away. It's going to take him ages to get reinforcements in. Now he is going to try and use this low ground to his advantage. Namshon sees it coming, pulls this away, and Namshon's ready to commit forward here. He's just going to take this fight, moves forward with these roaches, and it's going to be a recall out of Imhotep. He's just going to have to fall back and think of a plan B here, because I mean, this is not working at all. Reinforcements are never going to make it here in time. It may be he just recalls, breaks through and moves on. In fact, he wasn't completely walled in, because now there's another probe out. But Namshon's actually already in the middle of the map pushing this back, and I mean, realistically, this isn't going Imhotep's way at all. He takes his 3rd and 4th gas. He knows this aggression's over on 2 bases, but he's going to struggle to take a 3rd base. Namshon's just got so much already here. Coming forward and burrows these couple of roaches here as well. There's still no detection. The robo facility only just now on the way. A lot of Stalkers here as Namshon maybe overcommitted a little bit too much. The Stalkers blink forward. Some Lings coming in as well to help out. Namshon maybe coming a little bit too far forward, a little bit too eagerly, and a little bit too far off of his creep spread. As now he can just start burrowing. I mean, he could have been burrowing all along just to keep these roaches alive. So, Robo Facility about to finish. I imagine the first thing out of Imhotep will be an Observer to get rid of the burrow antics coming out of his opponent. And then probably Immortals, because, I mean, heavy on the roaches. The Immortals are going to be the best way to start helping to deal with this. And, well, Time Warp is used. Some Zealots coming in. Zealots against Time Warp roaches are pretty decent. Namshon just falls back to his reinforcements, splits up, and gets ready to come into this fight once again. Lings continue to stream forward here. More roaches as well. And, again, Imhotep just forced back. More Zealots being warped in to help in this attack. But just right now, well, nothing. Nothing at all. Roaches coming up to this 3rd base, coming up to the high ground once more. And Mothership Core moving forward, going to start hitting on this 3rd hatchery just a little bit, try and take down a gas, but I mean, I don't think it's realistically going to be successful. First Immortal pops out here, so it's just going to be an Immortal all in to follow this up, but supply blocks to the 2nd Immortal is delayed, and Namshon is just getting ready to come in from all the angles right now at the same time to just try and shut this down. Blink comes in from the Stalkers, they're going to try and retreat, but guess what? There's a surprise for you waiting back here, and I mean, where does he blink up to? The high ground, I guess, so he's going to come up to the high ground now. Where he could get a fair amount of damage done because there's not really that many units here. But how does he ever escape this? I guess he just continues forward into the main base. He's just going to lose so much though. He's picking off a fair amount, yes, but again, he's just going to go into the main base. These Stalkers are, I guess, loop around and blink out, so he's not going to lose as much as I initially thought. Oh, Namshon so close to grab that. Oh, he's prepared for it. He's coming around the side. He's caught the Stalkers, and oh, this is, again, not good for Imhotep. This game just gets worse and worse and worse for him now. The Stalkers fall, and Namshar just looking way, way, way too good. I was completely prepared for that. Knew the possibility to just blink out of the main. Prepared for it, had roaches there ready. Now he's going to move across the map. His opponent's trying to take a third base, and, you know, he's got a fair amount of sentries up. He's got a couple of immortals, which, you know, they're going to do good against the roaches. Not going to deny it, but, I mean, the roaches can maybe try and take down these rocks and then move through into this natural expansion. You can just toy with his opponent right now. I mean, as the game goes on, Namshar's got a fourth base on the way up. First 3 force fields don't really achieve all too much at all. 3 force fields for single roach. I mean, he's got plenty of force fields, so I guess any little thing he can get helps. He's actually going to come in and fight this here. Namshar's actually a little bit trapped. Is there an observer? I don't see an observer still. Namshar just going to split up and take this fight. Force fields come down again. Not really the best, just keeping the roaches back, but not really splitting them up so you can fight half of them at a time. There's one observer on the map. I don't really know where it is. Should we quickly have a look? Okay, here it is. It's with the army right now. Namshar's still trying to break through these rocks, and now a few better force fields coming down. Namshar's going to lose a lot of these roaches. I mean, a lot of force fields are going down to make this happen. Namshar disengaging, coming forward, picking off some more sentries here. Just going to try and make the best of this fight. A lot of links coming up for him as he comes forward. Is he going to even get an immortal here? If he could get an immortal, that'd be huge. Just knock him down to 2 immortals. Another one still in production, but... well, Namshar loses a lot there, but with 1400 in the bank, he's just waiting for a tech switch. He's waiting for the mutalist tech switch, and he's going to make 14 mutants at the same time, and his +1. And, I mean, if Imhotep's okay holding on for now, then he's not okay holding on against the mutant switch. I mean, what's he got for against mutants? He's got sentries to tickle them, and he's got a few stalkers with blink. No upgrades at all. He's actually moving out on the map here, and this is scary because, quite simply, A, there's a run by already hitting his third base. B, if this mutants come in and snipe the mothership core, there's no recall. Well, that's not going to happen because, very simply, the mothership core recalled in plenty of time. Force fields block these links in, so now Namshar in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what he's going to go for instead. Maybe try and get a sentry or 2. He does go for the sentries here in the back. Some force fields maybe. 1 sentry falls, a 2nd sentry falls, so he gets something for these zerglings. I mean, at the end of the day, the mutants are on the way towards the main base right now, and as they head into the main base, Namshar will probably have a little smirk on his face as the Protoss. I mean, any bets the Protoss player taps out as soon as he sees these mutalisks? It's a possibility. His 1-1's on the way here in the main. Probe's already on the way down. More links coming through into this third. I don't actually know where the units are. They're actually halfway across the map, so he's going to try and just base trade here. First Colossus is going to go down pretty quickly. All the probes are just going to be chased, and Namshar has so many mutalisks. I wonder if he just pulls back and just comes and trades against this, because he's got enough mutants to just trade against this. He's warped in a fair few stalkers, forced a few stalkers to warp in at home for Imhotep. That's anti-air, which is not in this army right now. And I think, yeah, he's just going to come back and trade against this. He knows there's just not enough anti-air. He's even coming in already here. Starting to take down the mothership core, so there's no recall. And this army is just forfeit now. Backs off, waits for the rest of the mutalisks. It's going to come in with everything at the same time. Sentries fall, Guardian Shield helps out a little bit, but again, not too much. The Stalkers fall, the Mortals will fall too. And GG well played will be called. So Imhotep tried to go for the counter-attack. I think Namshar, in his mind, he knew what he was going to do if his opponent did come across the map towards him. And he was very quick to just pull back and head back home. GG! What a game number 2 by Namshar. Namshar's on fire! He cannot be stopped right now. What a great game 1. Game 1 was great because it was close and Namshar played really well. Game 2 wasn't close because Namshar played insanely well. Completely shut it down. The first Zergling scout showed him what it was. From there, he responded perfectly. And, I mean, the little moves like shutting off the stalkers when they tried to loop around and blink down to the low ground, things like that. Everything he did was just spot on. You know, one thing which wasn't so great was losing a lot of the roaches up to the top side. He was a bit too committed to that in that corner. There was no way out for him. That was probably the one mistake he made. But I mean, he was so far ahead at that point. The tech switch was well in play. The mutants were on the way. He had a lot of gas and minerals banked up. Namshar was on point there, really on point. And I'm actually worried for whoever has to play him in game number 3, because whoever has to play him is not going to have a fun time, because this guy's playing so well today. Guys, we're going to go into a quick 3-minute commercial break here. When we're back, it's game 3 between Karnage eSports and Team Extreme Supremacy. In the chat, let's go Namshar. Namshar versus Imhotep the God. King versus God. Namshar the King, says Barrack Jello. Namshar from KJZ Crew. Rest in peace, Toss. from Castella. Guys, if you're in the chat or if you're not in the chat, if you're watching the stream but not in the chat, do consider coming along and saying hello. We do like to chat to you guys, so in the break, why not come along, say hello, let us know who you're supporting and cheer on your players. We'll be back here in a few moments' time. 3 of this best of 7 will be on Overgrowth here as Namshar takes on Shadown. I believe Shadown, I think, is a Protoss player, judging by his match history. But he's currently selected as Terran. I think it may just be a mistake. So, yeah, okay. So he's fixed it. So it's going to be another ZVP here, this time on Overgrowth. And, well, I think Shadown's going to have to pull something a little bit different out of the, you know, the Protoss Book of La-di-da. If he wants to take down Namshar here, Namshar joins right now, and Shadown was ready, so I believe Namshar should be ready because he just joined straight away. He was just BRB for toilet or drink or something. Namshar for president, says Prasupais. Be nice, fantastic. No need to be mean. Namshar ready, just going to check Shadown is ready. And he is, before I even have to ask again. Perfect. So we're going to load up here into Overgrowth 4. I mean, this must be, if we had 5 games first, then 5 more, that's 10, 11, 12. That's our 13th map this evening. Still going strong. Let's go here. Namshar versus Shadown. Loading on up into Overgrowth. Team Extreme Supremacy played Beastie Cutie and Imhotep. But people in the chat are already answering everyone's questions, which is amazing. So let's add on this. Let's get set up. Scoreboard good to go. And I think everything else is good to go as well. So no other reason to wait here. So we're just going to get into the game. In the upper right hand corner, going to be starting for Team Extreme Supremacy once again here. The blue Protoss player Shadown. His opponent from Karnage eSports in the lower left-hand corner, it's the red Zerg player. It's Namshar. Namshar all kill incoming, says Himjul. Eisenkram, Namshar all skill with the Namgasm emote. Is that a base trade TV emote? I think it is. It's a pretty sick one. Namshar all kill Achis from Uvaftrunda as well. Honestly, I mean, Karnage really need a good victory today. I feel so bad for them. They had such a rough season last season where they lost every ace match they played in. About 4 or 5 of them. It was just so unlucky, and then they just got knocked out of the Cascade Clan League after being like 3-1 up or something in the final qualifier match. It's been so rough for them, and I never really want to take favourites, not too much anyway. But I think Namshar here and Karnage really would benefit from a 4. I think it would really get their mindset straight. I think it'd really give them a lot of hope while heading into what a nice little trick there. Where he sees the probe coming up and then runs down. That's cute. It really helped them out going into the rest of the what am I trying to say? It really helped them out with their mindset going into the rest of the league. I mean, if they lose here again, you know what they think? I mean, they'll probably think, can we ever win a clan war? Like, mindset has so much to do with it. You know, winning gives your players confidence. It's crazy. So anyways, probe coming across the map after scouting. Not able to block the hatchery at all. Just coming all the way back home here, and it comes back just in time to pop down a Nexus on the low ground. So, go Namshar, says Akij as well. Big shout out to Akij, because last week Akij donated €30 towards the SC2ITL donation goals and incentives cause, which actually brought us just short of putting on a 3rd place match. But now another €3 was donated, and so we have got a third place match for this season. Our next goal is €100 away, and it's going to be an ace player invitational as a reward if we raise another €100. So it'll be an ace player invitational featuring an ace player from the top 8 teams of SC2ITL season 3 in like a 1v1 like scenario. So a single elimination bracket, best of 5 kind of thing, 1v1. So if you're interested in that and you want to see that happen, the donations spam is put through every now and then by Boobot, so do give it a check out. If you click on, if it doesn't take, I don't know if it links you to the PayPal donation bit or if it links you to the website, but if it doesn't link you to the website, go to sc2improve.net and then click Team League Europe donations, and you can see the goals, you can see what we're working towards and stuff like that. Couple of gateways on the way down here for Shadow. I don't know how to say Shadow. I feel like I should say Shadow because the D's capitalized. He says Shadow, but it's kind of just Shadow with an N. Shadow. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Shadow. Kind of feels correct, but a couple of things at the front here. Getting turned away pretty quickly and without much to do. Overlord coming into the main base here from Namshar. Fantastic, saying he played against Namshar in the WCS qualifier and got crushed. Well, I mean, there's no shame in that at all. No shame in that at all. Namshar's so good from Insane, his teammate here, as Overlord gets full scout in the main base, but nothing to really see. It's just a forge on the way for Shutdown, so he's just looking to head into this game. and just head into a macro game. I guess I should probably talk about Namshar a bit more. He's got a third base down. You can see it all in the mini-map though happening. I mean, he's got a couple of gases, he starts up his lair, he has Zergling speed about to complete. It's just all the natural normal stuff. There's really not too much happened in these first 7 minutes of this PvZ, which honestly quite often is the case in PvZ. While I do love PvZ because there's a lot of variance in the mid game, I really feel as though, like, and the tech switches and stuff are really cool from Zerg, I really do feel as though it's a little bit dull at the start. I mean, it's always some kind of, you know, I guess sometimes we get a few Zealots across the map, and, you know, sometimes we see some Zealots across the map instead of no Zealots, but then you've got to ask yourself, how fun is it to watch a couple of Zealots come across the map? You know, it's a bit different, but it's kind of the same old, like, it's Gateway or Forge expand, maybe a little bit of pressure, while both players head up to 3 base against 2 base, you know, usually. And then, you know, then it starts to get interesting. We see, is it going to be a 2 base all in? What kind of 2 base all in? But until then, not really all too much of interest, in my own opinion. Woof, says HimGL. Man, I love the Francasi emote, that's my favourite. Alright, so 4 more gateways being added on here in the main base, which is intriguing to me because generally you would see extra gateways added on at this 3rd base, and if you see it added on the 3rd base to wall off with, kind of make the, you know, that's usually what you see. Now 4 gateways being added on, that takes up to 7 gateways in total, which is pretty okay for 3 bases. So it's not going to be any kind of, I don't think it'll be any kind of all in. I don't think. I guess we just see Twilight Council soon. He is moving across the map with this. Is it an all in? Is it just a fake 3rd? Is he going to cancel it? It's just going to be like a 3rd that he doesn't use. I guess it's kind of all in. Maybe more pressure than all in. Is Namshar ready for this? 11 roaches on the way. A couple of spines starting up as well at this 3rd. Wow, maybe it just is a complete all-in with these 7 gateways. Like, to me, it looked initially as though he was just going to drop a Twilight and just, you know, use this as a bit of a pressure. You know, recall out of there as soon as things get a little bit tough. But he really is committing to this right now. He's not using his 3rd base at all. He has actually stopped on 45 probes as well. So, wow, I'm completely off right with my initial presumption here. There's some roaches, there's some queens, and the spine crawlers too, and I think Namshar should have enough to turn this around. And again, it's not the end of the world if Shadow can't break through here, because he's got he's got a Nexus to fall back on. He would be a bit behind in tech. The first force field's coming down here, blocking off a fair few of these roaches, picking off a few roaches as well. The spine crawler's doing whatever they can. That spine crawler's reaching a long way to hit that sentry there. And he uses up his force fields just in time, backing off. One more spine crawler's about to finish up. A couple of low hit point units, and look at that. I think Namshar actually targeted down that stalker to take that down as fast as he could. That or stalkers are, because otherwise I think the sentry would have just been poked first. I'm not too sure, but either way, we'll just pretend it was Namshar being awesome again, as the sentries are running out of force fields, and as the force fields run out, there's no getaway for this army. There's no blink, there's no force fields, there's no time warp left. it all comes down to breaking through right now, and Namshar just keeps on adding roaches, he keeps on adding zerglings now. There's a lot of stalkers here, one last force field, and it's a pretty nice force field. Namshar falls back once again, the sentries are pretty much all dead, the mothership core falls too. There's the last sentry falling, no, just one hit away from death. There's 6 more roaches still possibly here in the production to come help and save the day. Coming forward now, these roaches looking to take down as many of these stalkers as possible. These stalkers pushing these roaches back again and waiting for some reinforcements. As these stalkers pick off a gas, woohoo! One of these spankers retreated to the back with very low hit points. But I mean, as time goes on here, it just gets to this scenario where Namshar just seems to have way too much. He's on 60 drones, his economy is pretty good. And there's no way out for these stalkers. They're going to get chased down. There's roach speed available. It's finished researching some time ago. So Namshar even going into burrow and even adding on hydralisks now. It's the same scenario as the last game with Bow. There's no detection on the map, so it'll work very well. And the Hydras are a really nice addition for a little bit extra DPS. Getting pushed back here right now. Needs these extra few Hydras just to add that little bit of DPS on the Hydras coming out with the roaches in front. Surely there's no way then for our Protoss player to keep trying to push through here. So 8 Hydras on the way. We've already had a few of them actually popping out towards us, I would imagine, the natural and main base. A few of them actually joined up with this army already. Shutdown playing back and forth right here. He's not made any more probes. He's only made stalkers since moving out from his base. And again, he's trading fairly well here, but the Hydra's getting targeted down. Nice by Namshar to actually pull them back to keep them alive. They are valuable to him. The roaches in the front, they're the ones that are meant to be tanking here. 13 more Hydras on the way. This is actually turned into just pure Hydras here for Namshar. And I mean, it gets to the kind of critical number where it doesn't matter that the Hydras don't have much to tank for them. And that, very simply, they just have so much DPS, the Stalkers have no chance. So you can see here, all of a sudden, with the Hydra numbers increasing, these Stalkers just fall, and fall, and fall, and then there was 7. A few more warping into the top. I mean, he's just going to keep going with this. He's got no backup plan. Again, I mean, he's got the Nexus, but he hasn't probed it. He's got no, he's got no further tech. He doesn't have anything on the map at all other than gateways. So Shutdown really has to just make this work, but I get the feeling we might see that Karnage eSports going up 3-0 as he just sort of steps forward. I think he stops, the Protoss player stopping to play and just type out well played in this scenario. And, well, I truly thought he was going to use that third base, but I guess the real and now he's just going to pressure behind it, and he was just going to get a lot of gateways up and then add the Twilight Council after. I really did feel that was going to happen, but I guess the real tell was the fact that he didn't have that many probes. He stopped on 45 workers, and I think that's the real difference between, whether he was going to ever use that third base and not. So yeah, GG. Game 3 to Karnage eSports, and what a roll they are on right now. Now, this is the hard part for them. They always get ahead. They always take it to the match point, and then they fall. Can Team Extreme Supremacy send out a player to all-kill them? Reverse all-kill them now? Surely Karnage eSports can secure this one in the bag. What a great start it would be for Namshar and Karnage to get an all-kill once again. Bit of a sucky start for Team Extreme Supremacy, but I mean, it happens. Sometimes it does happen. Let's see if they can fight back in Game 4, which will be coming up after this quick commercial break. Guys, don't go too far. This is SC2ITL Season 3. We'll be back here very soon. Well, the final player from Team Extreme Supremacy to pick his map. It looks as though he's in game, so I'm not sure. Okay, it looks as though we're going to get into this game very soon. We're just waiting for Historical to pick his map. He may be in game right now, so it might just be a few moments until we get into this. I just went live thinking that we had a player, so hopefully it's not too long, because I don't know how much nonsense I can actually talk right now. I've kind of run out of nonsense to talk after what? How long have we been live? 4.5 hours nearly? It's pretty crazy. Star Eagle was the player from Team Extreme Supremacy who, in the qualifiers, when they were 3-3, he came out in the ace match and he shut down Space Marine to secure themselves a place. To secure themselves a place in the first division. So yeah, he's already proven himself in this league, but again, this is where it really begins to count. Here in the first division, in the actual kind of the week 1, when it starts to count towards the playoffs. This is when he really needs to perform, and I mean, he has got to win 4 maps in a row to take this victory for his team. Again, Karnage have been known to choke when they have a lead, when they have match point. They have been known to choke multiple times, so it's not necessarily over just yet. We're going to wait to see what map Star Eagle wishes to pick here in just a few moments' time. I was just saying in the chat, if anyone wants to play some arcade games, after we're going to do we're going to stream some arcade games for like half an hour or something maybe. So if you want in on that, the chat channel will be SC2ITL. Just join the SC2ITL chat channel on EU, and we'll do that. Stream subs will get priorities in games. So if Crotail wants to play, basically he gets priority. Otherwise, I'll just be selecting people randomly. So chat channel SC2ITL. We will do a couple of arcade games to be a little bit more interesting, and why not, I guess, as we still wait for Star Eagle to pick the map. So here's a few picks here. Catalina, Foxtrot Labs, King Sejong Station, and Merry-Go-Round to play this TVZ on. Yeah, it's well, what would I pick? I mean, Merry-Go-Round's quite nice for Terran, I would say. King Sejong is very popular. Catalina too, maybe Catalina. I don't think we'll see Foxtrot Labs unless he wants to maybe try some kind of mech style. Mech is so cool on them, you know, aggressive mech is so cool on that map. We saw it yesterday in My Insanity? Did we? Might not have been My Insanity yesterday. Who else did we cast yesterday? We cast My Insanity. No, it was Froz. Yeah, it was Froz versus Hanfi and Red Bloods versus Team MIA. King Sejong Station will be our map here for this fourth game. It will be the map Star Eagle tries to defeat Namshar on and to deflect the all kill. I mean, even if you can deflect the all kill, start getting, you know, at least a little bit of positivity into into their map score. You know, he can still save some kind of, you know, dignity for Team Extreme Supremacy right now. Star Eagle has to go for the phone, so that's no problem. He's just going to be a minute or so, and we'll get into this game as soon as we can. Okay, so just waiting here. I guess we should just do some Twitch shoutouts, because I guess it's not fair to leave people out just because they followed later. So Ascorbic Acid, thank you for the Twitch follow, and is that it? Okay, and you Faftrunda as well. You've been chatting in the chat, and now you're hitting the follow button too. Awesome. So. So yeah, it's just going to be a couple of moments here. Star Eagle just on the phone as before we head into the ZVT. Now again, if we have anything to go by, and we do, Namshar's ZVT earlier was insane. So yeah, I can't actually. I'm thinking, yeah, I can join the chat channel. Let's join the chat channel now, just in case anyone actually does want to play arcade games. If no one wants to play arcade games, then we won't play arcade games. I don't know what else we could do. We could actually maybe take a replay one from one of the. I don't know. We've done enough casting, haven't we? We've done more than enough casting. Okay. So, just a couple more seconds here, guys, as we await. If you guys are enjoying the show and you want to spread the word, do let other people know about it. I'm trying to think what. If you want to go onto the teamliquid.net and you can find the SC2 Improved Team League. Yeah, you'd be able to find the SC2ITL TL thread there. The thread there, then you can post in there, let people know you've enjoyed the show and it's worth checking out if you think it is. Anyways, we're gonna go in game now if Namshar is ready, which I believe he should be. And there we go. So starting this game, King Sejong Station, our map for this ZVT. as we're going to jump on into game 4 here. Can Star Eagle stop the all kill? Or is Namshar going to get lucky? Well, it's not really lucky, is it? I mean, he's played phenomenally so far, so let's see what's going to happen here. ZVT, Namshar versus Star Eagle here in our potentially our final game of the day. So we're going to load on into this. Well, we are loading on into this, just waiting. Waiting. And let's go into the game. So swap players around. Boom, boom, boom. And in the lower right hand corner to start things off from Team Extreme Supremacy, the blue Terran player, it's Star Eagle. Now admittedly Beastie Cutie was the closest to taking a map off of Namshar so far, I would say. So you know, that bodes well because that was the Terran player. So potentially hope here for Team Extreme Supremacy. Can Namshar come over, get over the Karnage eSports curse, which is that they always seem to lose after having such an advantage? He's the red Zerg player in the upper left hand corner here on King Sejong Station. What race do I actually play? I play Terran, but when I say that I mean I actually play Zerg just as well as I play Terran. It's kind of weird. And then I can kind of play Protoss to kind of a really bad level. But I play Terran mostly. Terran is definitely my best race. I'm not as good as Zerg as I am at Terran. I'm in the same league, but not... If I actually laddered, which I've actually been doing a bit lately, I've been laddering and my MMR decay is awful. I'm on like a 37-2 win streak or something. It's just kind of depressing to play through. It's just like every game I get to 10 minutes and A move and it's like, oh, you died again. So hopefully my MMR catches up soon. If I actually laddered with both Terran and Zerg, my Terran would probably be like high-ish diamond, and my Zerg would probably be like low to mid diamond. Because the difference is with Terran, I know the build orders a lot better, whereas with Zerg, we've got a quick gas here from Star Eagle. Interesting for DVZ. So with Terran, like I know the build orders quite crisply, and so I can, you know, play it out. And if build orders are pretty much all you need to get into a really good position. Whereas with Zerg, I don't really know the exact build orders or gas timings. I just have a rough idea what you need out. So that's kind of the difference, I reckon. So this TVZ right now. Let's see how this goes. As Star Eagle throws down a depot here at the front of his wall, and we'll see what he's going to get up to. Extractor on the way down for Namshar. He's Hatch on the way down as well. Hatch first. So Hatch first into pool, into gas. Nothing you wouldn't really expect at the start of this game. And yeah, so go Namshar, says Randall. All kill, says Ekish. Spamming the Namgasm chat emote as well. Randall saying you'd like to see the other players as well. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of opportunities for that. Who are Karnage eSports actually playing again? Let's remind ourselves. So next week they play Nuit Blanche. I'm never going to say that the way people want me to say it. Week after, easy visualize. Week 4 against Vegas Squad, and that'd be a good match. So yeah, wow, the cheers are coming in. Whoops, wrong overlay. The cheers are coming in thick and strong in the chat all of a sudden. Hashtag all kill Shah go from Nemra. All kill hype from Uvath to Red now. Corey's Karnage fighting go Namshar from Makarth. And Namshar from KJZ crew as well. As this first Reaper not really achieving all too much, as you can see. First 6 things now coming out for Namshar will help out just a little bit. But the Queen's on the natural as well, so ZVT here, Star Eagle with a second Reaper on the way, so it's not going to be any kind of, or third Reaper on the way, so it's going to be more focused. He's going to focus here a lot on just containing the Zerg for as long as possible. Going to get a drone kill. Oh, no, he's not. I actually thought that was going to be too late from Namshar. He just got that Spore Crawler down there, so he keeps his drone alive. Again, with 3 Reapers, what you really want to be doing is trying to trade your health with the Queens. If you can pick off a Queen, that's great. You know, you kind of delay your Hellions. I actually don't know how well it's going to work here, because Speed's going to finish up very soon for Namshar. And with Speed finishing up when it does, these Reapers are immediately going to just have to turn away. You can see he's trying to trade, again, health with the Queens. And just backing off, we have to be very careful. 15 seconds until Zergling Speed, and once that Zergling Speed does come in, that's going to be some surrounded and dead Reapers very quickly there if he's not careful. But he does fall back now, so it's going to be okay. And I'm sure not really with enough Zerglings to actually surround them Reapers. I think 3 Reapers should be okay against that number of Zerglings. But there's a hatchery on the third base for Namshar. He's just waiting for his Zergling Speed to finish up there before he started to come down there for drone just to make sure he could ward away the Reapers and get that drone down there without being picked off. Now I'm sure going to take the tower over to the left hand side as the Overlord will sit above the natural here, and we'll just observe what's going on for now. Star Eagle can actually see this, but I mean if he chases it, it's just going to fly away, so he's just going to wait until he's got some kind of high ground high ground vision, medevacs or something, most likely to be able to turn this around. So Hellion's on the way out. We've seen a very fast third command center here, and we're still going to actually see the starport coming up for Star Eagle. This is spotted by Namshar. He also sees the third base, so he sees exactly what's coming his way. He's probably going to know that this isn't going to be a medevac opening, simply because there's not enough Marines to really use the medevac for. However, look at this. He sees no stim starting on the tech lab, and he sees the starport right next to it, so he's getting a pretty good read immediately here as to what exactly is going to probably be on the way for the Terran plate in the near future. Now, actually, he drops a factory on that tech lab, so I thought it was going to be Hellion Banshee, but it's not. It's going to be a factory coming down on this tech lab, and very likely to be an Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade coming in very quickly from the Star Eagle. So it looks as though he really wants to play mech here in this game, unless it's some kind of weird mech into bio opening. Yes, other observer. Yes, it is going to be some mech into bio opening. He's putting down some more barracks. This is so exciting. Star Eagle playing a very cool style right now. As I actually thought they were Marines in that bunker. It's actually Reapers, so that explains why I wasn't chasing that Overlord anyways. Viking with 2 kills now and can continue to move around the map. There's a couple of Overlords, this one and this one, which aren't in that great of a position to, aren't in that great of a position to survive in. They'd be picked off pretty easily by that Viking. Alright, so a few Hellions. Coming across. Apparently Nuit Blanche's Nuit Blanche. There you go, Nuit Blanche. You happy? Blanche. I sound a little bit posh when I say that. Queen's doing a good job of deflecting this Viking. It hasn't got any more than the initial 2 kills here. Hellion's controlling the map. Was that not a factory? Was that a barracks all along? Am I being completely stupid here? Like, I'm watching the stream because I am absolutely convinced that this was originally a factory coming down on this tech lab. I'm watching the stream because I swear down I clicked on it and it was a factory. So unless it was just some kind of mega mind game, which may have worked because Namshar is going into 1-1 roaches, taking a 4th base, going into infestation play, looking as though he's preparing to play against mech. I'm watching this stream, Namshar. It's getting to the point where it happens. I 100% refuse to believe that this was barracks. I'm sure he's trying to trick us. Now he's building another factory. You guys, by the time you guys see this, you'll probably know. Well, will you know? I guess not. Okay, now is the point. This is the point now. He picks up the tech lab in a moment. There's some roaches being built actually in the game, guys, but nothing really too important. 1-1 on the way for our Terran player. 1-1 finish for Namshar. Going into a Baneling Nest as well and enduring locusts. And right, there's the barracks. And now the factory. Surely, the factory. Yes? 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 It is a factory. He did build a factory. Man, what a sneaky guy. He's just mind gaming Namshar, and he's mind gamed me as well. And I mean, it's worked. It has definitely mind gamed Namshar if we actually look back at the game. He's completely playing as though this is mech right now, and he has no idea that it isn't. As, what on earth is this? This is what you call a turret line. Mutalisks are not going to be effective here. Yet the main base is a little bit kind of turret free compared to the natural. Roach is coming across the map now. There is still an opportunity for Namshar to do damage. While this isn't mech, these roaches are still very powerful once this 1-1 is finished, once roach speed is finished, and once they start coming out here. Namshar going into hive as well. I mean, I'm still convinced here he thinks he's playing against mech. I don't think he sees any reason why he wouldn't think so. He did see, he saw it all the way up to completion and then it's cancelled. What? That's crazy. Roach is coming in here. Now he's going to be like, huh, stim, bio, not even blue flame hellbats. And now Namshar is going to be a little bit confused. I think Star Eagle's played him completely in this game. Like, the mind games has definitely been won by Star Eagle. And you can see now this Bioforce is doing quite well against these roaches of his opponent. Taking down a lot of these. And, wow. That is crazy. These roaches coming up here. And all of these roaches getting killed off. I'm now kind of keeping half an eye on the chat because I'm intrigued to see how But you guys all laugh at me for not realising that it was a factory and it was cancelled. Like, oh my god. More roaches coming out here for Namshar. He still holds a pretty decent supply lead. He's actually going to go straight towards the third base of his opponent, avoiding these units in the middle of the map right now, which is pretty cute, although they might pick up a few reinforcements here from Namshar. They are pretty hurt. Only a single medevac to heal them up, so that's not too great. He's actually letting these roaches kind of run past him here, as now roaches do hit this third base. Actually turns around and maybe fights in the middle. Looks as though he will turn around to fight in the middle, takes down a mine, and another mine is going to get a pretty decent shot off. But again, mine's not the most effective against roaches anyways. These medevacs going to lift up now. Namshar is still just trying to make this work. A great Aspire on the way. I mean, now obviously knows he can... I wonder if he knew he was playing against Bio, and... I don't know. Yeah, everyone's telling me in the chat now that I cancelled the factory. Roaches coming in here. Oh, what happened there? Mine hitting on a lot of these SCVs. Marauders and Marines coming forward here. SCVs being pulled. Star Eagle's actually taking a lot of damage. Yeah, losing that number of SCVs was really painful for him, but these roaches can't really fight this army straight up. And oh, some great hits from the mines will help to just weaken this a little bit. Some reinforcements cut off as well. The real problem for Star Eagle right now is he's lost a lot of workers. He can remake those, but again, he needs to also spot that a hive is finished and that a great Aspire is on the way. If you can see that, then he should be able to prepare in time, but right now, that isn't looking all too likely. Star Eagle here, he's just positioning. He's got tanks out now. He's realised Namshar's playing into this roach game. He's not quite sieged up just yet. Now he begins to siege, but this Bioforce is just so powerful. Look how crazy strong it is against roaches. The roaches just evaporate. Have they even killed off a single Marine? Like, you could genuinely ask that question right now. These Broodlords from Namshar have a lot of work to do. I don't even know if you can get up to Broodlords. Does he have Corruptors out? No. He's making some Banelings, he's making some Zerglings, but I mean, he doesn't even have plus. He's only just got +1 melee starting up here for melee units. Star Eagle moves straight through the middle of the map. Doesn't want to drop scans to clear up creep because he's so low on economy right now. He's going to move over to the right hand side here to pick off this fourth base. This fourth base under attack here. Some Banelings coming forward. Oh, the splits are non-existent right now. And that might be the momentum Namshar needs to break through this army. Star Eagle still able to push this back for now. Some mines coming in here as well. The Banelings continue to go off. There's still a little bit left. Some more Banelings coming in once again here. And looking to try and connect on these tanks to the back. There's still a few Marines alive and some reinforcements coming across, but not quite enough. And Namshar takes the fight and wins it in the end. Star Eagle still even on army supplies. Yet to start at 3-3 again. Losing all of them SCVs at his third was really troublesome for him for that. You know, he's just been lacking in economy, and that's why he's not really been able to do everything he would have wanted to. The upgrades, as well as you know, scanning to clean out creep. The creep's insane for Namshar right now, still being pushed through the middle of the map, and you know, really all the way over towards his opponent's base. Fourth base getting dangerously low on hit points here. Namshar, he's pretty much mined out in the main, and well, the natural's actually still pretty healthy. What's this great fire? Yes, it is finished. Corruptors are now on the way. Star Eagle dropping off here with a few of these Marines. And a few Marines coming through the middle of the map. This is a mist rally here. Doesn't really want these to be heading across here. So this is a little bit of a shame. Going to lose a few units. Roach is going to come in and counter-attack on the third base. But, well, units here already. And, it's going to be a burrow. But this bio units here as well. I don't think these roaches are actually going to be successful. Although Star Eagle may not have realised these roaches were here ever. Stimming forward here with these Marines. This might actually work out for him. There seems to be the Slings on the high ground. Mutas are being traded against here. The Marauder's going to go ham against the hatchery. And maybe there's actually going to be enough here. The fourth base will fall. Namshar's going to lose the fourth base. Namshar's actually struggling for money right now. Sorry, struggling for supply right now. Mostly because he's trying to tech into Broodlords. So yeah. So yeah, wow. Namshar's down. These Broodlords is like his only hope, but he's only got 2 on the way, more Corruptors on the way. Now we see Star Eagle scanning, taking out some of this creep, which is nice. He's finally getting some map control back to himself. It'll take a long time for it to dissipate though. Fourth base on the way back up for Namshar. He's really, really hurting here. He's 30 supply down. He's not mining from a fourth base. He's got no bank left. He doesn't really have that much to fight with. His Ling Mute Bane isn't very well upgraded. These Broodlords are his only hope, but I get the feeling there's not quite enough on the ground to help these Broodlords out. And without enough on the ground to help these Broodlords out, that's game. Like, the Broodlords, the Marine Stim underneath them, once the Banelings are gone, the Marine Stim underneath, and boom, the Broodlords are gone. Like, we don't see Broodlords anymore because they're just not that great. Without Infestors to, like, keep the Broodlords safe with Fungal Growth, since Fungal Growth got nerfed all the way back when HOTS came out. Since then, we haven't seen Broodlords, and it's because of that. There's no way to really fight with them effectively. Stimming forward here, Queen's going to go down, scans maybe to clean up some more of this creep, and now we see it, more of this creep being taken down. Some Banelings here and some Lings as well. Muta's coming forward with a few Broodlords. Yeah, Medevac's staying a little bit too far forward here. There's Banelings, Lings, and Roaches all starting to come forward. There's a single tank? Yeah, just a single tank. Actually working down on the rocks. Mine actually gets a pretty good hit despite, you know, some units clearly being sent ahead just to deal with that. Second mine doesn't get as great of a hit. The Broodlords are now here. Now is the time where you basically just have to stim forward, but honestly right now he can't get forward because the Banelings are underneath him, so again he has to fall back for now. He's going to lose this this bunker. He builds more Marines. This is an interesting scenario here. This is Namshaw's basically last push. I guess he's got a 4th base up behind us, so he's kind of coming back in this, but I still feel, you know, with this push there's no retreating, because if you try and retreat, your Broodlords get left behind and boom, you're in trouble. We could see a base trade from Star Eagle, then Broodlords, they're slow moving, and that's always one way we saw Terran players, you know, abusing the Broodlord play by just trying to base trade, and the Broodlords actually unprotected here. The Banelings are a little bit out of position. Star Eagle without a 4th base of his own, so I mean he's starting to struggle for economy also. A huge drop on the top side of the map though, and boom, goodbye 4th base again. And Namshaw is back in this position where he just doesn't have an economy. Broodlords again, now they're left on their own as all of these Ling Bane came up here, not taking the opportunity to make use of this, and well, there's the Doom Drop. This is really Wings of Liberty days, right? Like, the Broodlords just crazy, like, crazy, like, good and stuff, and yeah, and like, but then you Doom Drop, and then Zergs are like, no, I can't fight the Doom Drops. And then there was a while where people were like, Zerg isn't imbalanced, you just needed a Doom Drop all along. And then Zergs built static defense, and everyone was like, oh yeah, okay, Zerg's still imbalanced. And then we had like 10,000 Zerg champions. Scanning, I don't know where the scans are, he's scanning this main army here. I mean, again, he's setting up to base trade. Now, base trade should go better for the Terran player than the Zerg. Now, there's a lot of corruptors which can hunt down flying buildings. The base already set up over here. If I was Star Eagle, I'd get these SCVs and start coming up here and building expansions. Here we go, a big drop in the main base. All of these medevacs, all of these units are here. What's the plan from Namshaw? He turns around! He's not going to go for it! Oh, okay, no, he's decided he can't. He can't turn around. Of course he can't turn around. How do you turn around against this much bio? Greatest bio goes down now. Some infestors being added on. Fungal growths will be on the way as pathogen glands is about to complete here. Namshaw moving forward. Oh, he's going to turn around. He's going to try and save his base. Oh, surely this isn't the right decision. I don't know. There's so many Marauders here. If there's just a few Marines, he could probably... If there's a few more Marines, he probably could take on these Broodlords. How's this fight going to go? With so many Marauders, I'm just struggling to think that the Banelings are actually going to be enough here. These are another Baneling trying to come up the ramp. It looks the drop gets cleaned out over here. Mining over here right now for Star Eagle as he tries to take out this base in the middle. It's not that important because Namshaw's only really got mineral mining here and it's the gas he needs. The natural dead, some infestors burrowing. Did they pop out without fungal growth? Oh no, that's so bad. Pathogen glands never finished, and without pathogen glands, these infestors aren't useful for a long time. The main base is being laid siege to. Corruptors are going back home. He doesn't expect Vikings, and you know what? It's Vikings which are coming out right now, and Vikings are going to come forward against these Broodlords. These Corruptors need to turn around and come help out. Oh, these infestors, though, they could be absolutely huge to this game. This base now does fall. More medevacs will die. I think Star Eagle doesn't know about these infestors, and that's huge as well. They now are just continuing to build up energy for the fungal growths. Vikings are here starting to pick away at these Broodlords. How many are left? Not too many. I think only 4, 5. Okay, there's 6 left. They're all kind of falling back home now. There's still a lot of bio over here. And there's still not really enough to take it on, apart from Broodlords, because there's no anti-air. There's no anti-air. There's 26 Marines. Where are the Marines? How? Okay, they're all in the main base, that's why. Base cancelled over here. Namshaw, does he have any buildings left? There's like... Okay, Fungal Growth comes down. Broodlord's here to help out. I think these Extractors are like his last 2 buildings and a hatchery on the high ground. I think this is his last group of units. Simming forward here with these Marines. He doesn't want to use it. Burrow! Burrow! No! Don't burrow and die. Ah! He missed a Fungal and now he loses another Infestor. Oh dear, Namshaw's lost because there's still mining here for Star Eagle. He's still building units, he's getting enough out, and what a ridiculous TVZ. Our first TVZ of the day was ridiculous. Our second TVZ of the day is ridiculously good as well, and GG well played is called Star Eagle does it. Do we just need a minute here to bring the energy levels down and just think about what we just saw? That was sick. And well, right now the the Karnage ace player, the Karnage got match point, time to finish it off. Curse strikes again. I don't think he should have turned around. I think he should have stuck with his whole army together, cleared out the other bases with the Zerglings, and just gone for a base trade. Because the Corruptors can kill the Medivacs. He can kill off the buildings in the main a lot faster. If he can do that, he can stop reinforcements, he can stop Vikings. And if he can do that, then he can turn around and fight that army and just camp a single building or something. But that wasn't the case. It's a real situation. It doesn't happen very often anymore. So no surprise to see Namshaw a little bit unsure about what he wanted to do. He didn't know whether to counterattack. He went for it, then he didn't, and then in the end he did. Sorry, not counterattack, to fall back home. So yeah, indecision indeed, as Crowtail is saying in the chat. Hashtag indecision. Hashtag GG coming down. We're going to see another play out of Karnage eSports, guys. It's going to happen after this quick commercial break. Game 5 on the way as we head into our... Is it going to be another 4-1? We've had 2 4-1s already tonight, so a third 4-1 is definitely a possibility. Guys, don't go too far. This is SC2ITL Season 3. You know there's nothing else worth watching right now. Okay, there probably is some player streams on or something. But yeah, stick around. This series is really heating up, and I didn't really think we'd get this far because Namshaw was playing amazingly. We're going to go into a TVT now as Raito, a previous Protoss player from eSuper, has switched race. He's now playing Terran. He's making us a TVT on merry-go-round, and we're going to go into this game right now. In the upper left-hand corner, the blue Terran player from Team Extreme Supremacy. He is their savior right now. It's Star Eagle. Let's see what he's going to be able to get up to here. His opponent in the upper right-hand corner from Karnage eSports. It's Raito. So again, let's see how Raito does. I think this is the first time I've seen him playing Terran. And yeah, same ad 3 times in a row now. Oh, Twitch ads suck, man. They really do. They really do suck. Not gonna lie. I just mute when the ads come on. Like, not just mute the stream, but like just mute my computer. I guess I usually watch Twitch on my laptop, so it's easier to mute. So, anyways, barracks and gas on the way at similar times for both of these guys. So similar openings here, and we'll see where these guys wish to divert. Just going to be Reaper openings, I would imagine. Could just be 13 gas Hellions. I don't think it was 13 gas, I'm pretty sure it was 12, which would suggest Reapers, so... Alright, so, game 5. Raito with the opportunity to close this one out for Karnage eSports. And it's going to be a Reaper from Raito, but a Marine from Star Eagle, so slight differences here right at the start of this game. And let's see what this is going to lead into. So first Reaper on the way across the map in just a moment or two, coming out of this barracks. So this Reaper coming across, seeing what it can do, see what it can get up to here. Factory's on the way for both players, slightly later for Raito, as he did spend his initial gas on a Reaper instead of just saving up for the factory. And yeah, this Reaper could do a little bit here. It's actually already picked off an SCV, I assume. Yeah, Worker killed one, so Reaper's spotted though, so he knows it's a Reaper on the way. These 3 Marines are just going to sit here. Now, it's a bit of a mind game, right? Where's the Reaper actually going to go? I would just sit the Marines in the middle. In fact, I would actually just set the Marines... I would set the Marines here, because does it really matter so much if he sees what it is? I guess a little bit. I guess he really wants to keep it hidden, so... and he does manage to here. Reaper deflected for now. Starport and Tech Lab on the way for Star Eagle. He's gone into a second gas, so it's going to be Cloaked Banshees. And, wow, Reaper actually goes down here, so a little bit of a mistake there by Raito, not paying quite enough attention to that Reaper. Factory going to land on this reactor now. Going to start reactoring out Hellions, as Barracks and Starport on the way for Raito as well. So he's going to react out Hellions. I imagine this would be some kind of Viking opening from him. He's done double gas though, so a possibility to go into a couple of different things. He's already expanding. So, quite intrigued to see in the long run what exactly will happen here. There's a Tack Lab coming down, so still a possibility for a Cloak Banshee from Raito. He does have a lot saved up. May want to try and play a mech, and he may just try and open with a Raven. A possibility here as well as the first two Hellions begin to move across the map. That Cloak Banshee is on the way here for a Star Eagle. The Cloak just starting up the Banshee about a quarter of the way through production. And no command center for him just yet here. So Star Eagle kind of has to find a way to do a little bit of damage at least, because our Red Terran player Raito is already getting the command center finished up here. And it will just be a Raven to start things off. So this is a really nice opening. It's one of these openings which is designed to be safe against anything. You know, you've got the early Hellions, which are good against anything on the ground early on. You've got the Raven Viking combo on the way for later on as well, for against Cloaked Banshees. 4 Hellions moving across the map here. They won't be able to do all too much. There's a natural command center on the way for Star Eagle, building on the high ground. So again, he's really going to fall behind with this. And yes, thank you whoever keeps pinging. Pointing out now that there's a Banshee on the way across the map right now. So Star Eagle coming across. These first Hellions not really able to do much as they try and poke up that ramp. Banshee spotted here and just going to fall back. No anti-air just yet, so it's going to be a little while until the Viking gets out and actually is able to shut this down completely. Auto turret will come down to zone out this Banshee from coming towards the main base any further, and we'll actually get a Hellion kill there. So Banshee's actually on 3 kills so far, not so bad, but should not really get any more now. So I mean, the better thing to do is keep the Banshee alive and try and come in and do damage with it later. I've seen so many times recently where a Banshee comes in, and like later in the game, and the opposing player just doesn't respond for ages, and this Banshee ends up like 10, 20 kills, and it's been absolutely game changing. I think we saw that in a TVT yesterday at some point. As looks as though Star Eagle's moving across the map for a moment, but now comes back. His first Banshee on the way back home to be repaired, while his second Banshee will cloak up and come into this natural mineral line here, and actually gets a kill on the turret, not even a cancel there. So Raito taking a little bit of damage as the Star Eagle has started up his stim pack. Factory on the way for Raito though, so he's going to go into mech, which is kind of expected, I feel, with Raven opening. I think mech is almost always the more common way to open up, so... Banshee's still moving through the middle here. And there's a few Hellions are just going to move down towards the bottom right. This Viking Raven combo coming down here. Star Eagle didn't actually repair up this first Banshee, which I thought he was doing. He's going to regret that now, because now both Banshees fly into each other at the same time. And, well, this Raven isn't going to be fast enough to actually keep up with them. Coming across the map with the Raven, the Vikings, and the Hellions. Also moving out is Star Eagle, looking as though he wants to move across the map a little bit. He's got 3 Vikings of his own. There's only 2 Vikings here in the middle. Now, Raito does see this. The Raven's going to start taking a bit of damage. May have to throw down a PDD, because I don't think that Raven's going to be able to get away. And I think, yeah, the Raven's going to go down, so that's a little bit of a loss there. Early on for Raito, he's going to lose it anyway, I think, even though he did throw down the PDD. So Raven falls. Now, it's annoying here, especially playing against Bio. It's nice to have that Raven. PDDs against Marauders are so effective. So yeah, tank now sieging on the natural expansion, just looking to cover this ramp here. And Raito sending a single Hellion out to scout and see what's up. A Star Eagle standing on barracks, standing on an engineering bay, going to be able to start going into upgrades here. Raito probably going to look to add on an armory sometime soon. And he's on 3 factories right now. And neither player committing to a 3rd command center just yet. So Raito going to unsiege that tank, and he's going to start moving out here. So it looks as though he might just try and move across the map and get very aggressive. Now with 2 tanks already here for Star Eagle, I struggle to really see this doing too much, and I love what he's done. He's actually, with these 2 Banshees, which he has now repaired, with this Viking force, there's not actually enough anti-air for Raito, I don't think. It kind of depends who gets the first shot, but there shouldn't really be enough. And you can see he's going to have to start a turret, in fact, but I think with a couple more Vikings, actually, Raito should be okay. So air dominance is going to be a big thing in this game, apparently, as Star Eagle moves forward to try and set up a bit of a container as opponent, but now the Vikings just going to come forward here. Raito, again, he has a few too many, and first hits from the tanks there, taking out the first few Marines, and that's not really the way we wanted things to begin for Star Eagle with this move across the map. He's going to start his 3rd base in location now. Feeling confident with the map control he's got. Ooh, Raito now, not really expecting the tanks to be sieged up there. He will unsiege, he will come out to fight this, and honestly, these tanks are very slow in retreating, of course. Medevac needs to come pick them up, and he will just get the 2nd one as well. And with the boost, we'll get out of range of them Vikings also. So staying alive right now, this is very, very close at the moment, as Hellions are going to keep on chasing. They're going to get another couple of shots off here. Oh, a tank falls now out of their Medevacs. Starts hitting on these Hellions. Hellions turned around once again. All of these tanks starting to siege up. Needs to get away. He does get away. Scan coming down, and Star Eagle going to be able to hold his position for now with his tanks. A cool little dance in the middle of the map here. 3rd command center starting up for Raito. Not unsurprising to see the mech player be the later player to add on the 3rd command center. He's careful enough with that tank there, and he's setting up a pretty decent container. The real problem is the dropship heading up to the left hand side of the map. We're coming across here, so let's see what exactly Star Eagle is going to try and get up to. He's going to try and get this drop into the base, and see if Raito's got anything to defend. He's got a tank on the way out, so he should be okay-ish. But at the same time, he's actually coming in. He's pushing forward, and honestly, there's not much for Star Eagle back at home. Raito going to take down 1 tank, and maybe now even another. Yes, he will, and he's going to be able to keep pushing forward with this. Now, this drop is going to start doing a lot of damage. It's going to start completely killing off this natural mineral line. We need some Hellions and tanks all together here at the same time. Scan comes down to take down the Banshee. Star Eagle doesn't really have anything anymore. What's he got to defend? Absolutely nothing. He's kind of base trading with a single group of Marines. I mean, that's not going to last all that long here, as these tanks not even sieging up just yet. And I mean, Star Eagle's just going to take his best opportunity, simming down here while these tanks are unsieged, pulling all of his SCVs as well. These tanks doing a lot of damage. Vikings going to land as well to help out. They're going to start going down as well. Marines from the high ground here. Raito taking a lot of damage, but still having a lot left over. He comes forward. He's going to take down this tank. He sieges up a couple of them, and he's still moving across the map with more reinforcements. The command center at the Naturals being killed. But all of the Marines have been cleaned up as well. Star Eagle currently sits 30 supply behind him. Raito looks as though he's going to be okay-ish here. I mean, he's lost all of his Vikings, but he's got tanks. And I think he should be able to... Oh, a huge on the SCVs up the ramp. And Star Eagle now drops to almost half the supply of his opponent. Loses the Viking there, but I mean, when you've got your natural siege up like this, I guess he's got this command center over here. He's trying to morph this into an orbital command. And, well... This Depo's going to go down here. This tank on the low ground will get picked off. It's going to be a slow death for Star Eagle. He's probably not going to give up straight away. He's going to drop again. But this time, Raito's prepared. He's moved his command center. He's rebuilding over into the natural location. He's got a tank siege up. He's got Hellions here already, and this is going to be complete and utter shutdown. Star Eagle not going to be able to deal with this. He's still kind of in this in terms of army supply. He's 32 against 41, 35 against 41. Is, you know, he is not playing mech. He's playing bio, so it's not great to be behind. He probably can't clean this up if he gets medevacs and just drops on top of it. There's only a single Viking to kind of stop him. I think that's what he's probably waiting for. A couple of tanks going to move a little bit further forward here. These medevacs, what are they going to go up to? They could go into the main base. The main base is pretty unprotected still for Raito. Looks as though he's actually just going to unload and come in from two different angles here. And could call off the reinforcements, which would be nice. A few Hellions, a few tanks. You just see these Hellions, and one of his tanks just start firing down on this. Hellions come forward to try and fight. The tanks have to be very careful about coming in from behind, not to get picked off by them Marines. Scans continue to come down. Looks as though is that going to go down in the high ground? The supply depot very well might. Tank sieging up here, right? We're just keeping a lockdown on this map at the moment. And well, I mean, Team Extreme Supremacy, they've given us some fantastic games today. But sadly, in the end, it's just not going to be enough. Star Eagle with a great game 4 against Namshar. But just not enough at all against Raito. And I'm not really sure where it went all too wrong for him. I think just maybe... I can't even remember like what went too wrong for him. He's going to come in, just try and drop on top of these tanks now. So this is his best opportunity to finish cleaning this up. Hellions come forward to try and help him out. And mine goes off on these medevacs. He will take this off quite easily. And Marines will stim here. And Star Eagle cleans this up. And these tanks are unsieged. They will have to back off right now. Now they will siege up once again. I mean, I guess it's still 2 base against 2 base. Star Eagle down on SCVs. If you can keep trading like this, he might be okay. I don't think he's expecting 3 tanks to be here. Oh, that's sad. That was a lot of damage. And now Hellbat's dropping on top of these Marines as well. Some more Hellions thinking of coming forward. Mine hit goes off here as well behind hitting these tanks. And Star Eagle. For a moment, I was beginning to believe, and then it was just like, nope. Third command center actually lands for Star Eagle. He's actually kept his orbital alive, so at least he can land it down here. I guess that's something. So he's actually okay in terms of economy. Raito is actually struggling to be able to... He's actually going to lose 3 tanks now. He's going to come forward with the Hellbats to defend these. He has to. I mean, he can't just let it die. Star Eagle's going to take more Vikings out. He's going to make sure to invest in this. And mine goes off. That actually kills whatever was above him. I'm not sure what was above him, but some Hellbat drops being shut down over to this side. Some Marines stepping forward. The Vikings still chasing them. Raito's waiting to be able to boost these away. The tank's doing a little bit more damage here. If these Hellbat drops get into this mineral line, this one or this one, it's going to be pretty devastating. So it's really important right now that Raito is able to shut these down. He knows, that Star Eagle can shut these down. He knows they're here. And he knows they're going to drop off right here now, so he's going to lose these SCVs again. He can't really afford to be losing SCVs in any way, shape or form. He loses everything on the 3rd base. Now he does have 3 orbitals, so I mean he's kind of still in this, but so does Raito. What's going on here? Just some tank fire. Hellbat's coming in from behind, kind of forcing these units to stim in to kite towards the tanks. It's one of them games where you don't want to give up hope, but it's kind of looking unlikely. Raito's going to unsiege. He's actually going to move away here. Scan comes down, a Viking goes down, and there's more tanks, so he's already well defended against the push forward. Star Eagle, how do you get out of this? I don't know. I still think a drop in the main base would be huge right now. You could shut down all of the production of Raito. There's only 3 factories. 3rd base finishes up, yes, indeed, Mr. Other Observer. There's only 3 factories. If he could kill all these off, Raito's got no production for a while. I mean, with his drops, he's been focused solely on the natural, whereas the main is completely unprotected as well. Raito's still holding a very aggressive position, so drops could do a great job, and he's going to start loading Marines here. He's looking for another tank kill, and he's not quite able to get... He gets 1, but not 2. Hellbat drop coming into the main base now, going to shut down what I think is the only gas mining actually for Star Eagle. So this is kind of annoying for me. And again, he doesn't really have the units to be able to spread himself, all the way to his main base and out here where he's trying to hold position. Raito's actually just going to fall back for now. I think he feels as though he's just going to fall back, secure up, and go again. I mean, is there any way he can lose this game? Tank pops out here for Star Eagle. It's going to get away from these Hellbats because otherwise it will go down. Okay, so Hellbat's going to get cleaned up here. Star Eagle still holding this kind of position right now. Raito happily on 3 bases, 60 SCVs, and now is the point I think where the supply really starts to open up. I mean, I guess we still got 3 bases for Star Eagle. He's still 30 workers down though. 4th base finish up for Raito in location. He's just going to take his time to finish this one off, as a single tank is being very brave and is actually going to take the tower. So he's just going to siege up here in the middle. Are we really going to have a little bit of a passive game for a while now? Are we really? I think Riot was just going to max out and go. I don't really know what to say. I mean, surely the game is all but over. I mean, Star Eagle's done an amazing job to stay in this for like 25 game minutes. But now it really still is looking dull. I mean, right, we may have given too much time. Maybe we see some kind of counter-attack. I don't know, but I just don't really see it. There's Vikings now for Raito, so he's got the air dominance. He's got 15 tanks. He's got Hellbats. He's got a medevac to rule them all. Star Eagle's got a handful of tanks spread very thinly, trying to defend multiple locations. I like this. I think this is something you needed to do a long time ago. I think Raito thinks this is a dropship, but it's not. It's just a single marine. This marine gets picked off here pretty quickly. I think being a bit brave to just walk through here with this. I think he should really, more than anything, just pick up the units up. I mean, he knows where the sensitizer is, so why not just pick them up and drop around? Like, surely that's his best option instead of walking head first into an army which can see where you're coming from. Hellions give chase here, Marines stem forward, Hellbats drop on top of these Marines, and the Marines are sacrificed. Star Eagle gives them up. He just gets away from the medevacs. Oh no, the medevacs! Gonna get intercepted by the Vikings as they try to meet up with the rest of the army, which is taking the middle of the map here. And he does siege up. Wow, he takes the middle of the map. This is weird, because now he's got the watchtower. He's gonna stem everything up over here. This is huge. Oh my god. This is huge. This is really huge. Like, okay, he actually pulls them back. He's gonna slowly leapfrog towards Raito's bases. Raito's not really in the best of position to deal with this. This third base might die. He's going to try and come in here with everything. He's on siege. Some Hellbats dropping on the Marines. The Marines drop very, very quickly, but the tanks are falling for Raito. Is Star Eagle going to make this happen? Surely not. Vikings are landing here. There's only a few tanks left over. 50 supply down. Star Eagle is just not going to have enough. He's just going to... he's just actually going to clean it up. There's one tank left. Oh, really? Really? He may have been better stimming the Marines to the top, because the Marines got obliterated anyway. He might have been better stimming the Marines to the top, leaving the tanks to hold the middle, and using the time the tanks bought him to just kind of maybe pick off the third, get into the main, kill off the production. Maybe that was his way to victory. Okay, I'm killing this game because I keep saying this is over. Star Eagle has no way, and then he comes out with this amazing piece of positional play where he's which is, well, I mean, just Gorman's brought him back into it. Star Eagle's moving around the top side of the map again. What's he scanning? I don't know what he's scanning. Or is it him scanning? Scans the front. Okay, it's Rachel scanning. Fourth base starts to build from Star Eagle. And again, now he's going to counterattack into the natural. I do like this. He's going to get two tanks here immediately. He's actually going to siege the low ground. Right, or does he see it or does he not? These units are going to stem in, so... How much damage can he get done here? He's going to get a turret first of all to make sure his medevacs are safe. Raito pulls back with everything towards the main. He's actually going to lose his orbital at the natural. Hellions are here now, Vikings also, so this is all going to get cleaned up. An orbital command killed. Marines coming through the middle of the map as well, killing off a tank. But Raito's got another base up here already, so does that matter? Hellions are chasing down Marines now to the right. Tanks are continuing to come forward here as well. I mean, surely not. But as soon as Raito commits so far down to this bottom right hand side of the map, guess who goes straight to the top of the map? It's Star Eagle. He's still looking for a way in this game to just do anything he can. Sitting to the top here. Looking for the counter-attack. Raito now coming through the middle of the map, directly for the heart of Star Eagle. Star Eagle has to pull back, can't afford to lose anything unnecessarily right now. His fourth base will be forced to lift here. But here comes the counter-attack into the main. The tanks are about to siege up, and so he's just going to pick up with the medevac, surely. Or he's just going to stay on the natural actually and trade against Hellions. But the Hellions are just free right now for Raito. Like, you know, he's got so many bases, he's got so much mineral income, he doesn't mind if he loses Hellions. It's the tank count that's important, and again, we see Star Eagle shut down, Raito coming through and looking as though this time he might just commit forward here. Vikings lead the way, medevacs dropping Hellbats onto the army, and Star Eagle surely now has no option but to type the two letters which will signify the end of this series, and a victory for Karnage eSports in week 1 of the SC2ITL against Team Extreme Supremacy. GG is called, and I won't lie, that was a pretty impressive performance by Star Eagle. Takes down Namshot in a crazy game and then sticks around for like 20 minutes more than he should have, and made a game out of it. What a great series. What a great set of series. 3-4-1s, but some great games. Just a recap of today, guys. Startail against Mistral, 4-1 victory for Startail. We then went into ESC Icybox versus Nuit Blanche. And Nuit Blanche came out victorious there as well, as they came out 4-1 ahead of ESC. And in this third series, Karnage eSports with a 4-1 victory over Team Extreme Supremacy. One absolutely insane set of games here today. GG's, well played. Congratulations to Karnage. I'm finally glad they got out of their clan war slump. And wow, what else can I say, guys? Thank you so much for the support. I thought yesterday was amazing when we broke, like, we had like 580 viewers max, and it's like, it's a record for the SC2ITL group stage games. Today we went over 1,000 viewers at one point. And that is definitely, that's like almost double the record. We're at 581 viewers now, which is more viewers than we had at any point yesterday. It's absolutely insane. So I cannot thank you all enough for your support. SC2ITL will be back on Monday. Saturday tomorrow I'm casting DreamHack. I'm a community caster for DreamHack tomorrow. So do tune into the stream tomorrow for some DreamHack action. I won't cast on Sunday. I don't want to cast during DreamHack. So although DreamHack might end early because it's in a weird time zone. So maybe we could do a late series. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter, of course, at SC2_improve if you're interested in following us on Twitter, Facebook.com/SC2improve as well. Or if you're interested in watching VODs, I'm going to start uploading a few more of these right now. YouTube.com/SC2improve is the place to go. If you've missed any matches tonight, they'll probably be up in 2 or 3 days. I'll try and get it done over the weekend, probably on Sunday, but it'll be hard because I've got a lot of catching up to do. So I'll try and get the runs from today out on Sunday, if not early next week. Guys, if you have enjoyed the show, make sure to hit the follow button so you can come back again in the future. If you're looking for further ways to support than following, then you can stick around, watch the ads, you can subscribe to us and get a bunch of benefits, subscriber badge, replay packs and all of that. You can also donate to us directly as well if you don't want to subscribe. The links for all that will come in during the outro. I'll be around for 10 minutes or so if you guys want to chat for a while. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast today. It's been a great set of series, 5-hour cast. Nothing like a bit of 5-hour long cast. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Have a great evening. Again, any questions or anything, please do stick around in the chat. I'll be there to talk to you all. But for now, GG's from everyone, and I'll see you all next time.